Now, some of you know that Gary also loves roller coasters. And as was referenced last night in the roast that did him handsomely, an amazing job our directors did of this man. And they capitalized on his love of Darth Vader and Star Wars, which is of no surprise to the audience here. But we heard many more sides of Gary's character at that time, but again, I'm sworn to secrecy. It is a matter of board confidentiality. But we want to honor him. And Gary likes to break tradition a certain amount and streamline things, but there are some things that just cannot be done away with. And that is to honor in our midst an outstanding leader, one that when we look at the name engraved in the marble on the front of the World Headquarters office, that we will walk by and say, Gary Schmidt, he was an amazing president. Seriously. Now, as has been tradition in the, I don't know how far back, but I think quite a ways, we had a presidential portrait done that hung in World Headquarters office throughout the year that you were president. And at the end of the year, you got to take your presidential photo or artistic rendering, whatever it might have been. You get to take it home and hang it in your living room and look. Or put it under the bed, whatever, depending on how long ago it was. But Gary did not want that, and he did not have his photo hang in World Headquarters office. So we do not have a photo to present to him of himself. But instead, we have something that we hope that he will enjoy and that you will also appreciate. It's my pleasure on behalf of all the members of the board and the members in Toastmasters and World Headquarters to present to our outstanding immediate past international president, Gary Schmidt, this photograph.
For those of you who are too far away to see, this is a photo of Gary Schmidt on the Jumbotron in Times Square in New York as international president, looking down on the crowds and sharing the Toastmasters message with the world. Well done, Mr. President.
Thank you again, Gary, for your outstanding service. I want to, at this time, thank the officers, the directors, our executive director, and the staff at World Headquarters for your participation in the board meetings. Also to John Noonan, who served as our registered parliamentarian, and to Greg Colvin, our legal counsel, who was present. Board meetings take a tremendous amount of work. It's not a matter of arriving, sitting down in a chair and starting to talk. There are papers, binders that go out weeks in advance for preparation, thought, deliberation, and many, many hours that are dedicated by our directors in preparation, in addition to their committee work. So I acknowledge you for your diligent work ethic and your thoughtful deliberation this year, thus far. We'll see what happens in August. No, seriously, this week was a thoughtful time, and I'm so very proud of you. I say to the audience that it is an amazing process when we sit and discuss. We can have a motion on the floor in a second and discussion opens. And as you watch the discussion unfold from people around the world, discussing an issue that impacts a worldwide organization. It is a fascinating process. And I watched that all week long. And regardless if we went here, there, and back, we made the best decision for the organization at the end of the day. And I am so proud of you for being open to full debate and honesty and raising your opinions and your point of views that you were elected for. And so I am so proud of you for the work that you have done. Thank you. And to the World Headquarters staff, I have to say again, the endless adaptations, revisions, the hours that were spent after the board adjourned preparing for the next day will go not unnoticed by the officers and the board, but is so often not known by general membership of what it takes on a day-to-day basis. And while we are here consuming a huge number of resources to put on, to have a board meeting, an executive committee meeting, to have an open board briefing, we have all those World Headquarters staff that are at home doing the day-to-day business of serving our members, and we so appreciate each one of them. Our next Board of Directors meeting will be on August 15th to the 17th, 2011 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, most of you probably won't be there when we are meeting, but we will be meeting and looking at items that impact the strategic direction for our worldwide organization. And I hope that we will see you after that meeting when the full convention gets launched. At this time, I invite you to join us immediately following the close on the first floor of this building for some light refreshments and an opportunity to visit again. Thank you for attending our open board briefing. I hope you have some news that you'll enjoy sharing with your club members when you go back to your clubs. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for the honor and the privilege of serving you, our members. This meeting is adjourned.